Blackstone Publishing presents Sherlock Holmes vs. Cthulhu, The Adventure of the Neural Psychoses by Lois H. Gresh. This book is read by Dennis Kleinman. Dedicated with love to Ari, Rena, and Gabby. With gratitude to Arthur Conan Doyle and H.P. Lovecraft. Part 1. The E-Shockers of Whitechapel. 1. Dr. John Watson, December 1890, London. For 2 shillings apiece, Sherlock Holmes and I enjoyed a choppy yet pleasant ride down the Thames. My friend is not given to excursions for pleasure's sake alone, so when he suggested a trip to Woolwich upon the new paddle steamer the Belle Crown, I had at first thought to refuse the invitation. I'd recently reunited with my wife and child after the terrifying events of the deadly dimensions, and was still beset by the dizzy spells and strained kaleidoscopic visions that had first begun to trouble me at that time. I was in no mood for more adventures. But Mary, thinking to lift my spirits, urged me to go. Not wanting to displease my wife or my friend, I relented. So it was that Holmes and I stood contemplating the docks of Wapping from the deck of the Belle Crown as it completed its return voyage through the Pool of London. "You will no doubt remember, Watson," said Holmes, "that the warehouse in which we witnessed the Order of Dagon's meeting is upon that very shore. That is the place where Professor Fitzgerald released the snake-like monsters that attacked him and killed many of his congregation. I'd been glad to see some colour vanquish the death-like pallor that had gripped my friend since our battle with the inexplicable deadly dimensions, but now I wondered if it had been a mistake to venture onto the river so soon after our adventure. "I remember, of course, Holmes. I'm glad that Fitzgerald is behind bars where he can do no more harm." Holmes smiled at me. "I understand you, Doctor. You think I'm being morbid to dwell on these things. But I have brought us here for a purpose. Those creatures didn't simply slither off to die. I'm certain of it. I've not been able to see them from the banks, but here, out in the middle of the river, surely we will see something." "Holmes," I reminded him gently, "we have twice seen the creatures vanish into thin air, into another realm, a different dimension. That is one theory we must entertain, certainly, that the rational explanation is simply too advanced for us to fully understand. But we must eliminate the probable before we contemplate the improbable, Watson, and I'm not altogether convinced they vanished. A trick of the eye, perhaps." The Thames surged past as we leaned on the rail.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?